so I can do this channel message. Y'all gonna like this channel message because as intuitive in this spiritual community on this platform, y'all don't ever really hear people talk about what they got going on, but it's gonna make sense to you with this channel message in specific, because I gotta do, like, in regards to channel message, like a backstory so you can understand. And to be honest, this is like real impromptu, real like in real life. I'm hearing in real life time, in real life timing. Real life timing is what I'm hearing. Someone could be trying to get under your skin. Someone wants to be in your skin. We're not gonna go into colorism or anything like that right now, but because there's parts and pieces to this message, I guess that kind of influence doing this channel read right now, but overall, there's some sort of weird being. I ain't gonna hold you. I just blocked somebody, and people who really know me in real life, like, no, like, I'm good for blocking people out. I do not care. Like, once I'm like, all right, there's nothing in regards to, oh my goodness, someone could have said something against you or something, did something wrong towards you. Now they scared. Now they thinking. Now they running. Now they scattering. Like, But yeah, what was I about to say? So, something about last year, 2024, is very significant. Very significant. Like, coming into 2020, summer of 2024 to this summer now. Something has transpired, has happened, has occurred, some sort of event, something you just needed to be enlightened on. So, let me just start talking and see where God leads with this message. Honestly, because interesting. So last year, like, all right. So last year, it was different scenarios going on. I felt like last year, relatively, my own biased opinion, it was a pretty good year. Like, it was like a new start of something, new endeavors, meet new people. I'm not saying I didn't care to meet new people, but it's like, I kind of, like, in regards to goals, I kind of care about what I care about. And, if there's anything good that comes with it, hey, add it on the list. But last year, it was a certain, started dating again, it's working out for me. But, there was this moment where, all right, so let me put it like this. I was dating somebody, right? Mind, this is right after, keeping my, body is my temple, keeping my body to myself, not really interested in, just dumb shit. So once I came in, I knew the person I'm dating, I've known this person for a while, right? And there's certain people in regards to business that, and like career endeavors, that are connected to the person and myself in some sort of way. So it's like, before the dating, it was never an issue. These people ain't never speak to me, talk to me in any romantic or any romantic type of way. Basically, never made no pass at me where they was just like, yeah, they want to talk. Never did anything like that. As soon as I started dating this one particular person, it's like, I don't know, like, these people who, it's so interesting because it's like, you know how people be like, when, I've been hearing this all week, bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. It's like one of those. It's like, you was shooting in the gym, you was practicing, you was exercising, you was getting shit together, you was making stuff, going that daily plan of yours, you was preparing for the level up. And during that time, it's not that people didn't really see your value of who you are or wanted to be around you or whatever the case may be. You know, people got their own personal bias and opinions and mindset when it comes to choosing things. It's something about two people in particular. They is in trouble right now. They going through destruction. I'm telling you, yo. So I'm gonna say all this to say, like, you know, like last year, I'm not gonna bring it up, but like I had to let go of a prior friendship, but I was not sad about that shit. Let me tell y'all, because that Sagittarius, not to bring that person up, that Sagittarius, like, they was on trial. Like, they was on trial. Like, I been supposed to stop talking to them. Like, real talk. My own daddy say stop fucking with that person. My own daddy stopped telling me stop talking to that person, call that person a snake. And how old was I? Like, I was like a preteen. I'm like, nah, let me see for myself. Yeah, that person definitely was a snake. So I'm like, all right, bet. Doubt. It's something like people be thinking like, oh my, like you thought you had a friend, but not, no, you thought you wasn't about to see me receive karmic justice. You thought you wasn't going to be seeing those evil actions against a good God-fearing person against God. As soon as I say that, I see my ex lover's vehicle just like, what the, like, yo, when I say like, it's something about like when you was in a particular predicament situation, like people thought it was funny. Certain people thought it was funny. They thought that you was gonna be their entertainment. They thought they could use you as some sort of comedic ruse to, make other friendships or romantic endeavors or whatever the case may be. Just you, because you're your main character. They ain't know you was preparing for something. They ain't know you was like tunnel vision. They just seen like, I'm not going, not the struggle. I don't want to use that word. But I feel my life. They don't know what it takes to be the person you are. They seen you in certain moments and they thought like, oh yeah, like whatever. And then now they see where you at, and it's a whole different scenario. These people don't even know what to do with themselves. Like I had like I said, met this person, right? Started dating them. As soon as I started dating them, people that's this person's family, people that is this person's colleagues, supposed to be their friends, would come behind that person's back to come tell me terrible things about this person that weren't even relatively true, or was very vague, or was very like, I just don't. It's one of those situations of like, if I can't have you, no one else can. And like, these people don't even have you. They never had you. You're not their property. And it's just like, wow. To see what people would do in regards to like not seeing you happy is sickening to them. It shows a lot about what internally is going on with themselves, because it's like, that is crazy. As you know, Taurus is the embodiment of judgment, is the embodiment of marriage, is the embodiment of finances, it's a stability overall. This Taurus colleague, this male Taurus colleague, going never made any advances, sexual advances towards me ever in his life. And to be honest, no funny, I always had somebody around me when I was around that person. So that could be the reason why. But this person supposed to be cool friends, colleagues with this person. As soon as that man saw me start dating somebody, the slick comments, the putting the person down, it matters the people you have around you, for real, because people be walking around, moving around, doing things around certain people, and they wonder why the outcomes be the outcomes it is, because somebody could be next to you, be trying to evil eye you, to wishing you bad, wishing you negativity, all because you got something that they don't got. You have something in your position they don't got. And it was nothing but space and opportunity for them to achieve whatever goal that it was, whether it's romantic or just in general. What y'all talk about in the comment section? Or you subscribe? Thank you. Anywho, so yeah, so yeah, So basically, because that was so irrelevant. The only reason why that was made, I had to speak about that first is because something happened. Yes, well, actually, yeah, yesterday morning, and I was just like, oh wow, like God will show you something, like literally, God will show you something's going on at a distance. You just gotta pay attention. And when I seen that, I was like, wow. Like I wanted to say something about it, but I was like, nah. I think God trying to put a smile on my face, no, buddy. Because like sometimes, not to look down on other people, but if you know somebody your enemy, your eye, something bad happening, you allowed to smile. I don't care. Anyways, so last year, I used that as an example to segue into what I was talking about. So between me and God, I have particular I have particular wants and needs, and God knows my wants and needs. So when something comes to me, I'm not saying in every scenario, but you don't know. If you praying and asking God for something specific, and like the exact opposite tries to come in your direction, are you going to go and try and receive it? No. Now, if it's like of a benefit of some sort, yeah, that's cool. But if you know for sure, like you know for sure, this person plays a thing, they ain't gonna do no good. Their intent is not right. This that you're not going to allow it around your org circle field. You're not going to want to talk to that person. You're not going to want to be around that person. You're not even going to want to share sexual energy with that person. To be honest. So like I said, so it was a certain situation. So it was a certain situation. You know, you're dating. We're young. Well, I can't speak for all y'all. Well, I'm young. So dating, whatever. Last year, mind you, I'm talking to my main person. But the scenario allowed me at the time to, go on a date. I went on 2 dates last year. That's it. That's all. Like, went on 2 days, took my butt to home. I was like, you know what, God, thank you for the experience, just for someone to be on a date. You know, what the case may be. I've told you guys, in order to manifest what you want, you gotta be able to do for yourself first. It's nothing wrong with taking yourself on dates and doing things that you like to do, because then when the date comes, then you gonna know what you want. You gonna know what you like. It's very, very important to know yourself. Truly. So what they do supposed to be, I don't know if they was really a thing. I used to see in like anime series. Like when they would have that doll and it would have like that string attached to it, and you pull it and then it would say something like to that. Like somebody think you're supposed to be like the personal genie bottle or something. So I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so magical, you know all this stuff, you're so enlightened, oh my gosh, like tell me. And they wishing nothing but bad for you. God forbid on my life. Like if you don't skip daddle out here. Anywho, if it's a whole group of people, it's alright. God coming to pick them up. Anyways, dang. Dang. It's two things I just thought about when I said that, and I ain't even need to say it like that, but whoops. Someone might be, what's the word? The first word I'm hearing projected. Somebody trying to project some nonsense to you, and it's just like, disregard. Someone really might keep provoking you or try to provoke you, whatever the case may be, and you just might turn up on them, and it's not what they expected. I had a scenario like that happen in reverse, but that was the projection, because it was just like I was having a simple conversation with someone, and then they felt offended, so they started projecting being angry, and then I was like, all right, let's analyze the situation. I'm like, all right, you're 2+1 is equaling 3, not 4, so it's just like it's not making sense. So I'm like, oh my gosh, and then And then I was told to let the situation go. I let it go, and just for me to receive information that this person was in this, I already thought they was in the super wrong. They was in the super wrong because I didn't have all the information at the time. Still don't, not looking for that person. But I'm gonna let God handle that situation. It was crazy. Anywho, so let's get to the main event theme of this message, right? So, did I really necessarily want to go on a date? No, but I just want to get out the house to person offer a date. With a date, you don't have to. It's intentional, and we won't get into that another day on the American Heritage Society class messages. So, dating is intentional. Ask the person what they want. The person said they just want to take me on a date. All right, you want to take me on a date. You didn't ask for nothing more, nothing less. You just want to take me on a date. I'm all right, cool. Now the person first asked to take me to. This is the reason why I even took the. I even entertained the situation. The person said they want to take me to a coffee shop. I'm like, a coffee shop. Now, that person is not my usual type. They weren't per se ugly, nothing like that. Like, if somebody else wanted the person, they could have it. I just didn't want it for myself. So, anywho, but like I said, the person asked to go on a coffee date. I'm like, you know what? For the demographic of my age and dating and stuff like that, that's actually a really nice date. Whatever the case may be, that date never happened. That date never happened. Couldn't make it, overslept or something. I don't really know. And it's like somebody wants you to talk about it. Like, you could have moved on, went to another situation. They was like, please, like, you're a main character. Talk about me so I can feel like I'm main character. Like, what? No. So, anyways, so the person then, after I didn't go to the date, the person then started trying to get me to come see them, whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, all right. Me personally, I was thinking, are you going to reschedule for the, coffee shop? Didn't do that. That person went immediately started talking about, oh yeah, you should come to my house. I quickly was like, no, like not at all. And the person was like, oh yeah, because the person is in the career of like doing music and stuff like that, kind of. So like the person not bad. I ain't gonna hold. And for the demographic this person was trying to do, whatever the case may be, that's actually something I'm interested in. Like Caribbean music. So I'm like, yeah, this is a good look. So he thought. So even though it's something I wanted, I'm like, no. I was like, all right, it's not about whether you have standards or not having standards. It's really about your own moral compass. I didn't want to go to his house previously, and then the coffee date. It's like my mind is still on the coffee date. It's like, what's up with the coffee date? I'm like, all right, you have a studio in your home. We could have did that, but it's like my mind is, if the coffee date go good, we can keep this going. That was what I was thinking at the time. So instead of going to the coffee date, he was like, let's go to the movies. I'm like, let's go to the movies. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know what y'all be doing at the movies, but I actually go watch the movies. I don't know about y'all. You know what? What movie did we go watch? Oh yeah, let me tell you what movie this man tried to make me go watch. Let me see. What is that? Oh my gosh, what is that? It's like a Marvel or DC character, like a new one too, and he's in all red and stuff like that, and like it's supposed to be like very comedic or something like that. I'm trying to think. Is it D-Man or? I ain't gonna say the full word of that because it don't look along with me. Now, what was the? You'll know if you know what I'm talking about. You'll know what I'm talking about. So basically, we watching the movie. When we get there, ain't nobody in the movie theater to just us. I'm like, ain't no way. I'm like, I'm like, but I kind of like when stuff like that happen because it just like it just shows me how special I am. Cause like, yeah. So it was, but I already knew, and I already knew my intuition, my discernment. It was like, all right, the intention of this guy is to get me alone so he can do something. So I'm like, I don't care about none of that. Watching the movie, having a good time. He started trying to do, sexual advances and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to watch this movie. I don't know what you're talking about. So whatever the case we leave from the movie theater. Now it's time for dude man to take me home. He trying to take me to his house. I'm like, you don't take me home. I tell him to take me home. He said, yeah, this ninja start driving in the opposite direction of where I'm at, going in circles, going in loops. I'm like, ain't no way. And symbolically, like somebody trying to keep you in the same cycle, somebody trying to keep you going. It's like if I say take me to where I want to go, and then this person says, all right, that's a verbal agreement. And then their actions don't match the verbal agreement. And then on top of that, the person was going in circle, going in loop. It was just like, damn, you are just waiting to receive invented karma. It's just like when you just get to a certain point of just like understand certain things, you just look at certain things and people are like, like I see what you're doing. Like it's not going to stop me from getting to my house. I'm just thinking, I'm like, worst case scenario, I'll call me a ride. Like God forbid, but I'm like, no, ninja, you're going to take me to where the fuck I told you to take me. So, and this is the thing. I have this one specific prayer. I'm like, no, I don't want to date this specific kind of person, characteristic, whatever. So every time I see like it's trying to be like some sort of delay previously in my dating life, and then this certain type of character come around, I'd be like, yo, this means somebody's like wishing hard against what I want because it's just like, no, we're not doing that. So I'm like, all right, this person, what happened? So like, I guess the date went the way the date went. I went home. To, I was like, fuck that. Like, cause it just annoyed me that the fact I asked somebody to do something and they didn't do it. And it's just like, it's not even being bratty at this point. It's just like, you just don't want to do what I want. And no, and it was very simple. So if I ask you something hard or supposedly could be expressed as something you wouldn't do very, we just going to stop at that early on. So fast forward, dude man asked to see me at his house once again. Then he also implied that just be in regards to it's not even gonna be a date. We're just gonna do some music for center case, whatever. I'm like, all right. Mind you, I already didn't want to do that. So whatever happened, so something happened again, some sort of false delay, but it was actually in my favor. So basically, by the time I actually replied back to the person, because I took too long to do something, I was doing some sort of errands. Dude, man, like, what is it? Like he said, basically, I was a few hours late replying back to him, but it wasn't intentional. But like, neither here or there. He was like, oh yeah, he had some of his friends. He said his friends. He said his friends had came to record. So in my mind, it was because the intention when he first started talking to me said he wanted to date me. I didn't know anything about networking with him and doing music stuff like that. So that's always gonna be the second thing that comes in my mind. So first and foremost, you said you wanted to see me was gonna be a new thing, and then all of a sudden, there's people there. And it's like even though I took a while to get back to him, it was the fact that he already. It's like to me, for the time frame of when I replied back to that person, it was like this means you already inquired of these other people, your friends, to be around while I'm there. So I'm just peeping game. I'm like, you gotta understand. The first time I actually do tell me to take me somewhere, you didn't want to take me somewhere. The second time you invite me come somewhere, I'm running a little bit late. You already intended for people to be there. So I'm like, all right, it's giving a little bit of manipulative. So I don't go because I feel some type of way. And I'm trusting my discernment. Something about women's situation. So fast forward, the guy, he offers to come see me. He just said, we just want to sit and talk. All right, cool. That's what he wanted to do. Previously, cool. He come. As soon as I get in the car, this man take off. Where you going? Where you trying to take me? Oh no, you already got a listening problem. Mm-mm. So he's like, no, yeah, let's go to my house. Then you not understanding. There is no language barrier anymore. Are you not understanding? So fast forward, I'm like, whatever. We already on the way. So you get to the house. I already made up my mind. Kind of being a little stubborn to the situation because I did not what I wanted. But not the person I wanted, I guess. But whatever. Dude, take me to his house. I made up my mind already when I got out the car. We talking. I'm like, all right, this is not that bad. Like, obviously, honestly, didn't seem like that bad of a person. Then he started doing something weird. I noticed it. It's one of them situations you can't really put you can't express that what somebody doing, but you see it. Just so you having that spiritual eye. So I'm just like, he doing something weird. But I'm like, nah, I'm good, whatever, regardless. So I think he was done what he was doing because he kept going in and out the car. So I'm just like, Start bragging everything. Like, he's like, oh yeah, he got another car. So now I found out he got 2 cars. So I'm like, all right, so you should be like, what's the word? Not practical, but basically practical. Like, he's like, with his finances, stuff like that. Like, you know how to take care of his finances. This is what you're implying to me. So how ironic, and we're doing music. But I noticed. I don't know. I know the difference. Like, this is one thing you having fun. Like, you like what you do that you can tell, you can see it. I'm not saying he don't like what he does, but I don't really think, basically based off me and him, I don't think he makes music because he always wanted to make music. It seems like he makes music for the aesthetic. It seems like he makes music to get females. It seems like it's not given. So I'm just like, all right, but if it was working, then if his intent was working, then he probably wouldn't have to try to seclude me. I'm just saying, because he seemed a little desperate, and it's the difference between admiring somebody like somebody and then just seeming desperate. It's like he was desperate for his motive to get me to his house, and I still ain't going. I had went and sat down and talking to him. We in the car talking, doing the music and everything like that. He doing his songs, I'm doing my songs. It was fun, it was cool. And he starts saying, all right, let's freestyle. Now, me in particular, I don't really freestyle like that. I'm learning. Somebody's teaching me as I go, and do what I do. But previously I wasn't really with the freestyle, and I always would tell people that nah, I'm more like a writer. He started saying, nah, he encouraging me. I guess encourage me yeah, no, we can do it. And then we doing it. Doing the freestyles and everything on the music. This man act like he wants to start competing with me, go verse for verses. I'm like, excuse me, sir. No, it's not supposed to be like that, And then it would be so interesting because then when I would do my entry, he would just be looking at me oh my gosh, it sounds so good. Let me think of something great to say, or something like that. And I'm like, in one aspect that would be cool, but it was just the way he was going about it. I can't. I'm trying to explain it, but oh my gosh. Fast forward, I'm like, I get this feeling. I'm like, let me. I'm ready to go home. You like, no, you don't. He begging, pleading, actually come upstairs. I'm like, to his house or whatever. I'm like, no. No, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm ready to go home. He tried to stall it for a little bit. He shouldn't have did that shit. Let me tell y'all, this dude, when he finally decided after waiting so long, And oh, by the way, I didn't even mention when we was driving to his house and we got onto his the vicinity. Basically, I saw what street, like what avenue it was, and it was like the same, like literally the same avenue as a particular experience. I've been there before, basically, and then I was like, oh heck no, I'm not going back. And that's especially the reason why I didn't go into his house, because I was like, spiritually, it's not right. I know I didn't have the best of experience at this particular location, and this man want me to go in his house. I might know something off. I already knew early on, but I've been, but I was just like, I don't know, I guess I was just bored, yo. I was just bored. You can't have. See, this is why we think. I don't. There's nothing wrong with boring, but it's different kinds of boring. It's different kinds of boring. It's like you let me get bored, just don't let me get bored. So I went to what do you call it? No, actually, what happened? He was we was in the car. He finally decided to take me home. As he was coming out the driveway, this short woman in all brown, looking like she was crazy. She looked like a mad woman. She looked like something was wrong with her. Like she looked distraught. Distraught. Hi. Good day. But yeah, like I was saying, y'all. So basically, what had happened was this woman just appeared out of nowhere, like she was looking like distraught and everything like that. And I'm looking like, who is this person? He in the driver's seat, like, oh, I think he said it was his niece or his cousin or something like that. So I'm like, I'm confused because like we was turning out the driveway, she jumped into the middle of the driveway in front of the vehicle in the car, hands on the car with she and like I don't know what kind of windows or what material that car was made out of. It was like one of them silent films. I'm in the back seat. She was like, "This can't be going on." This we couldn't hear her from inside the vehicle, so we just see her mouth moving, and it looked like she yelling and she's upset. And I'm just like, mind you, the whole time I would think like this is one of his little girlfriends or something. Like, no, it was his family members. I'm like, ain't no way. So I'm looking at him like, why is you scared? Why is you nervous? She do look a little angry, but she looking for you, and she wasn't paying me no mind. Wasn't paying me no mind at all. I'm just like looking at him like I'm still waiting to get taken home. I didn't care what was going on in this situation. I'm like, take me home and come back and figure whatever the fuck this shit is out. Excuse me. Oh, that nigga was sick. He what had happened was I think he rolled the window down a little bit. After she had disappeared. Like so she was in front of the vehicle, then she disappeared. Yeah, she was crazy. So I'm thinking, all right, he about to take me home. Then I see from the corner of my eyes, she going inside the house. But like she ain't walk inside the house, she damn near ran up in there. So I'm like, hey yo. I kind of look at that dude like, you good? But like, I ain't saying that because I'm just like, kind of just watching everything play out. Dude, man, rolled the window down a little bit because I kind of stopped people. I think he see me peeping from my eye that she had one sword. We just thought she disappeared because she moved really quick. And then she come back out the house. By this time, he had rolled the window down a little bit, just a little bit, top of the window. Y'all, y'all, y'all. I don't know what the fuck was going on. That shit was crazy. Like, she came back and jumped on top of the car. Damn near. I did. Like, and she was yelling and screaming. This time we could hear it because the window was cracked a little bit. So I'm just like, I'm listening now. It's not, I'm looking at, she's just like, she said, you gonna give me my shit? You gonna give me my shit? Like, just talking to this man. I'm like, give her what? Like, what the? So now, I ain't want to jump to conclusions. I ain't want to jump to conclusions. Basically, just like, and it was crazy. It was his own family. So he was just like, he looking quiet, like he don't know what to do. So I'm just like, not your like, not you begging to let me in your home, and then like you got your family over here acting crazy, and then on top of that, you talking about you got something for her. I'm like, what the? I'm like just sitting there watching this. So she come from off the hood of the car and come to the window. His window, obviously not mine. She wasn't paying me no mind I was there. I don't even know if she knew I was there. Anywho, she knew I was there. So, yo, yo, yo. Oops, sorry, I just had a moment. Whatever. No, not whatever. Let me tell you that. Anyways, so I start hearing her. She got the widow. Basically, she had claimed that the nigga that was driving the vehicle had stole $1,000 from this cousin and niece of his, and she had came to freaking collect. So much so she had ran up in that house, and I guess she knew where the house was, but she couldn't get in, so then she started going crazy. When I say this man almost hit her, when she said, yeah, when she basically revealed the reason as to why she was so mad and acting belligerent and everything like that, that man rolled that window up, skirt, almost hit his own family with that car because I was in that just almost hit his whole family with that car because I was in the passenger seat. Yo. And when he almost hit with the car, that he did not flinch. I think it's because he ain't flinched nothing. I'm just looking like, what in the false GTA is going on? That was crazy. And it's like, what do you say after? What do you say? He pulled out the driveway. He tried to call his mama. I'm like, oh, and I went. He tried to call his mama. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. And the mama's boy. It was just nothing wrong with mama's boy though, to this extent. Anywho's. So, you know, it's more to that story, but like I'm just keep the story at there. But yeah. So basically, what did I learn in that scenario? Manipulator. Found out that man's a thief. What else? Um hmm, um cannot control his sexual urges. And wanted to use my likeliness to help his career or his intention for his career. Hey, who knows, right? So I had a little laugh with God. I'm alright, God. You showed me like even if someone tries to have bad intent on me, I'm not gonna be putting them in harm's way because their intent is really gonna F them up, basically. So basically, another scenario like that had happened. All I'm gonna say is the same ethnicity. Now I ain't gonna try to be funny. It ain't no racial thing. It's just preference. All right. I said, God, when I date, this is the type of person I want or don't want. Period. So the fact these ethnicities kept coming towards me, they come try to date me, I was like, I know something ain't right. Same scenario happened with this guy. Guy was supposed to see me on a holiday. Well, holiday he wanted to go on a date, a really nice, expensive date. I'll say not too expensive, but he wanted to go on a nice, expensive date on the 4th of July. Why the whole? I mean, I was thinking about going on a date. I was kind of getting ready. But like last minute, I don't know. Last minute, my intuition, my discernment was like, "Don't go." And then like for the July, everybody be doing the fireworks and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, what if something happened and no one was to hear? Just thinking crazy stuff, but God forbid on my life. So I'm like, I just didn't want to hear it. Then the person wanted to come see me, whatever the case may be. I'm like, we can sit and talk or whatever the case may be. He came, sat, talk, whatever it was cool. I went to his car before I even get there. He already outside the vehicle. Hello. He like, oh yeah, he said something like he didn't want to sit in the car. He might as well take me to his house because I owe him. He told me I owe him because where he parked, he damaged his vehicle. Now, mind you, he told me before I got to the vehicle that he damaged his vehicle, and I was like, to be honest, in all honesty, I looked at him. I said, "There's no possible way you could damage your vehicle where you parked it. There's nothing to damage your vehicle here." So I'm just like, you're already off your shit, basically. You were like, I don't know. And even prior to that, all right. So prior to that, this same guy, right? Well, I think we were from the same ethnicity. He like, not what I know is like, this ethnicity, they usually be in like groups of people, friends, stuff like that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But like, I would be texting him, and then he'll be like, "What you doing?" I'd be like, "What you doing?" He was like, "Yeah, I just went to the mall with my friend," or "Yeah, I just went to Then all right, I'm gonna get to that. Okay. So the first time he was like he had went shopping with his friends or something like that, or another time he was like he dropped his friend off at work. I'm like, all right, well, cool. First started talking. I'm not about to be like, oh, who you with, this and that. It's because it's just like it's not that it's not my business. It's just like it don't concern me. It's like, all right, it don't sound like nothing wrong with what you're doing. Now, if your intent is fine, that's on you. So when he finally came, he's like, yeah, let me take you to my house because where I parked and messed my vehicle to center. I went to go see. I'm like, because I was like, I cannot believe you would say something like that. What damage? I went to go see this damage. He had like this long. It looked like he hit a rail. Like it looked like he hit a rail. Like it looked like just scratched him up. I'm like, dang. I'm like, dang, that was a bold lie. Whatever happened to you that before you got here, so don't even try that. So I'm like, that's crazy. But I'm just like, dang. I'm like, do that line work? Do you just damage your vehicle just to get sympathy for a girl to go to your house? Like, how would you come? Like, it's just like when you really think about it, if you even feel like it, you want to. So I told him no. I'm like, I enjoyed the conversation. It was cool. I'm alright. There's nothing wrong with talking to people. So he want to take me out on another date. He said, let's go to this at the time because they're in COVID now. He said, let's go to this like fancy club, lounge, bar, whatever. So I don't remember what I said, but I decided once again last minute I didn't want to go. I just like I don't know, like it's different for everybody. I like doing those type of things. But like I don't know, the person got to be a vibe. Your vibe got to match what you want to do. this dude vibe was like, it was very nice. Like he was very nice, a gentleman. I could just see like the false manipulation early on because of that I don't want to say cold. I don't want to say statement. I don't, them words he said in regards to his vehicle already basically being damaged by before he got to where to see me that day, but I knew it was a lie. That like always I thought about, so I was just like, yeah, like no, because you could say some off the wall stuff like that. Then it's like, yeah, I don't know. And then like you really trying to get to go to your house, and then on top of that, then that seclusion thing, right? And I'm saying this only happens with this certain ethnicity. I'm not going to name because I know what I'm talking about. So fast forward, I don't go to the club lounge with him because I was just like, I feel like he's just gonna. We had a conversation, but we didn't really have in-depth conversation because we were supposed to go on a date like twice already, and now we want. He's like, let's go to the club, let's turn up. Then like to go to the club lounge, we go. I know I'm gonna be there pretty late hours, and it's just like then you gonna get me drinks, and you think like it's just like. And then I'm just like, who we going with? And he's like, oh, his friend told him about it. And I'm knowing the location. I'm knowing what kind of event it is. I'm like, we're not gonna be able to really talk. It's just gonna be getting lit. Why would I just come and get lit with you? I don't know you like that. Like what the not that I care, but like we could have got lit when we was talking. I was getting lit while we was talking. I'm like, it was cute for what it was. The wine and all. Anyways. Hmm. Anywho. I don't know. It was just that. All right. So y'all want to know what happened? Y'all want to know what happened on the last venture with that person? Yo. Mm-mm-mm. I'm going to live it now. Something about something someone tried to project for it to be. It better be for good intent because it's a pair of loves with. So somebody wanted you to experience a bad experience because they felt as though you was in the wrong for something, but really their intent was wrong in regards to you the whole time. So even if it did read, so someone tried to put false judgment on you, you can go look into that channel message on TikTok. Even if they try to put false judgment on you, if it's false, it's not going to, like someone thought that was going, like, all right, like this is like somebody call you a liar, but they the liar, huh? Your characteristics, your way of thinking, thought pattern is going to be shown every time. So if you're a liar, I'm not a liar, or vice versa, whatever the case may be. Duh. So I'm like, I don't want to go to the I didn't want to go to the club with him, so I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm like, all right, I ain't want to go to the club. But I'm not gonna like. He want to do the most. You feel me? He was gonna buy drinks, or stuff like that. All right, the most you could do is do something that I want to do. So I told him I want him to go get me something to eat and drink at a particular place. I didn't want to sit down at the restaurant, like leave. Like I just like technically fast food. He was acting like that's all you want. That's all you want. I should have asked for more, but that's what I wanted in the moment. Like that's what I wanted in the moment. If I wanted for more, I would have asked him. So fast forward, we're having a wonderful conversation on our way to the restaurant, right? this fast food place. Get there, and you know, he gets the food, whatever like that. He gets the card, all that, whatever, cool. It was interesting because like the woman at the window, I think she was trying like flirt with him on some weird, like it was so weird, and I was just like, all right, like but it was like she was complimenting him though, like she was saying, oh yeah, you got him getting. It was so weird because who asked that? She's like, oh yeah, he getting you something to eat, and I'm like, huh, like that, yeah, that real man. I'm like, damn, girl, like it's that bad out there? Didn't life be that bad? Like no. Like, but like somebody could be complimenting you on what you got going on. I don't know if it's in regards to your romantic partnership and stuff, but they almost wish they could have something like that. Like, admiration. But on the way back, he made sure as soon as he got close enough, he was like, yeah, I live this way, this and that. Da, da, da. So like now I'm realizing it's so ironic because where he wanted to go, the club lounge, whatever, was further than where I told him to go to get the food and drink or whatever. And then when he mentions on the way back that his home was nearby, I'm like, all right, whatever. And I kept talking about whatever I was talking about before he mentioned that because it was just like I never like asked you about that, but good to know, like know it. He starts saying like, yeah, let me take you to my house, let me show you the center. My food and drink he just got, right? Food and drink he offered to get me, right? We on our way back to take me home because he knew that was gonna be the end of this conversation. Oh, but no, for real, like fast forward, this dude like he started talking about how he know how to cook certain food or something like that. And he said he had just made a fresh meal. I'm like, all right, that's cool, whatever like that. He's like he didn't just want to take me to his house. He wanted me to sit down, enjoy a meal, and keep conversation, and that was good. But it was how um was he was not only defensive but also like he was trying to force the situation, and it was just like, yo, like I said, no, I'm cool. Like I even said maybe another day. The day was the key word. Day was the key word in regards of like daytime. Let me see what I need to see. Let me see something real quick. Like let me see how you respond to what I'm saying to you. And he did not handle it well at all. Let me tell you, this dude, I told him no, take me home. I literally said them words, like take me to my destination where I want to be at. This man, like at the light, turned, start going towards where he took at. I said, ain't no way. Let me tell you how ironic it was. He's still trying to convince me as he's already going the direction where I'm going. I said, yo, take me where I need to go, my destination. I didn't ask for you to take me where you want to go. I said where I want to go. He started talking about I don't know, son. He said getting close or something like that. I'm just like in a way, I'm thinking what I need to do is get out the situation I want to be in. So I'm like, all right. As soon as I start thinking that, oh, somebody is angry. Somebody upset because they evil plan did not work against you like they and like evil intent, malicious intent, like negative intent, whatever. It didn't work. So fast forward, let me tell y'all. So fast forward, let me tell y'all. So as soon as I look around my surroundings stuff like that, I saw something so significant. Now, my church congregation may be like they have this like van that drop the people off to their residence, like to make it easier to commute and stuff. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. This is previously right in a different scenario. So this is something about like people, who you're connected to, who um, protected energies and things like that, I guess. So one time I had used the vehicle one time, like, and I noticed one of the members had lived on the same vicinity as this man was going in the direction of, that was in the vehicle that had just offered to give me something to eat and drink. So I just randomly mentioned it because I noticed it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, somebody from the church live over there and this and third. Soon as I said that, screw, U-turn, he smooth, took me back to the destination that I requested to go. I don't know. It was he like I don't know if this man thought the church was gonna jump him or what. Like that thing was crazy. He asked no questions. Like it's like he thought I was in a location that I didn't really know or something like that. And then kind of find out I knew somebody in the vicinity. I was like, sir, what was your intention for real? I think he had tried to message me again. I was like, what you doing? He's like, what you doing? He said something like he was dropping his friend off at the airport. I'm like, all these friends, like you going shopping, and this, like what? I'm like, whatever. But what I realized about that is that so the original guy I was talking about early on in the video, right? In the channel message in regards to like what I ask God for, and then like what comes my way. It's nothing wrong with receiving good things and good good conversations, talking to people, even if you're dating, even if you're relationship. It's good to co-mingle with people, have those partnership relationships that actually are good for you, And then matters your discernment in regards of like being a good judge of character. Nobody's perfect. Sometimes you don't know, but discernment, in regards to your relation with God, could really save you from a lot of unsavory, unfavorable, I'm hearing, situations. That guy, after that day, him being revealed for like doing his family wrong, and then, oh yeah, I forget to mention. So like, all right, so this is why this is put into the story. So like the guy I was talking about that supposed to take me on the coffee shop date, then he want to take me to his house. That guy, right? When everything was revealed and his female relative was upset at him for doing something wrong, and I was just a witness to some, like, and it was like I was a witness early on when this guy was trying to date me. I already was getting like my discernment was saying something not right about this guy. Off on my discernment. And it's good that I waited to see and just let me just see something real quick. Let me see what kind of person you are. Show me real quick who they was. But somebody show you and tell you who they are, believe it. Anyway, so basically,
Jessica.
oh hey Rob.
Yeah, I want
But yeah, so you can follow the page on YouTube.
outside is cool. It's nice.
You like this weather?
Yeah,
It's not too bad.
yeah. Don't like that.
It's gonna get better. Ooh. There's something about Pisces. There's something about a Pisces. In regards to like, yeah, there's a prediction about pregnancy. There's also a prediction about a, and something about a Pisces or the embodiment of. Ooh, I hear it's something good though, but not for the enemies. I mean, enemy or enemy. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, what was I talking about? In regards to this guy, basically that same guy, he kept trying to come around, kept trying to come around. It was just one instance that I even recall. Just how creepy I got. It was one instance, like I was dating somebody else a few years ago, and there was certain scenarios going on. I was like, I think somebody doing something weird, like spiritually. And one day, like God literally led me to a certain environment, and I saw something. And I was like, what is this? And it was like, I'm like, American Heritage Society class message. I'll tell you, look, all I'm gonna say, it got banished and removed. But I thought it had something to do with my current, like, my ex lover previously before, like, because his family had lived somewhere near that vicinity. So fast forward years later, even though a different ethnicity from the person I previously was dating, something about somebody's sister sibling or sister sign, zodiac sign. Someone was trying to do some sort of like weird binding spell or something in regards to like their career or like their finances or something like that. Ooh, wow. So fast forward like years later, and this guy tried to take me on a date, and then he was revealed not only by his family, like, oh yeah, I keep forgetting that part. Oh my gosh, it's getting good. So basically, that guy took me on a coffee date, offered me something to eat and drink, or whatever the case may be, and come. All right, excuse me, wrong with that. Basically, the person that offered to take me on a date to the coffee shop and wanted me to go to his house so bad, but then he got revealed as the person who, by my discernment, knew he not a good person, right? It was the instance where like the first instance was when he got revealed to be like a shady person, something like that. He had called his mother immediately, so I was like, all right, mama's boy. But then I kept seeing like his mom and him have like these kind of like, I don't know, like this kind of relationship with one another. But I also realized that he's in his own, like for the age he's at, he's in his own home. So I'm like, all right, if they got this such a great relationship, I was just like, I ain't gonna say that. Mm. So I had a conversation with him basically about something, and he asked me something, and I told him something like, he was like weird things. Like, I don't know. All right, so even on the first date, I saw he was into spirituality and stuff like that. I have nothing against that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, I kind of seen something going on. I'm like, all right, whatever. Mind you, the same spiritual notion was the same in regards to years ago when I was dating a Capricorn. A Capricorn has to do with karma. So like the reason why it's significant is because the persistent sibling in a certain scenario that happened previously in the past. Come to find out, when that guy eventually did take you to his house and that scenario unfolded, this person was not that far from where that other vicinity was and where that spiritual notion came from years ago. So I'm like, there's something in regard to somebody been like plotting on you. Somebody been trying to do something for you or to you. I'm like, even that's wild to know. Like, just knowing that's wild to know. So I'm just like, So I'm like, this same character keep trying like, oh my gosh, but we're gonna banish all unclean and all unwanted familiar spirits of people. But this scenario is so interesting because like the whole reason for even talking about all this is because literally I blocked this person, put boundaries up, don't want to talk to this person. I seen them for who they was. Nothing against the person, live your life, whatever like that. I actually feel like the person is actually talented, but it's just like Sometimes certain people aren't meant to be in your life, and that's all right. And some people are. And I use my discernment to realize very quickly that wasn't it. That wasn't the person. So when this character keep coming back in my life, I'm just like, this is just a person or false familiar spirit that just wants to block the real thing of what's really going on. So after a while, I stopped caring about having that person blocked because I didn't care what the person was doing. I just didn't want their energy to like mess with mine because, mind you, when I had went to the church, I realized there was a particular person that like, and they had, all right, this thing, all these people in this narration had the crazy eyes. If you know what the crazy eyes is, you know what the crazy eyes is. And I ain't talking no evil eye. I'm talking the crazy eye. You could just look at somebody and know they a little bit off. And when the people included at the church had the crazy eyes, but like sometimes those do be very lovely people. And I realized, so come to so all right, so backstory, so back all right, story within story. So like the person in the church, come to find out the person who was trying to date me take me to the coffee shop and was revealed to be like a weird person. Them two people's in contact some way somehow. I ain't seen that. Then from prior conversation with the person, the guy, he told me like what church his parents, well his mother, excuse me, goes to. Then come to find out through a third party, Gemini embodiment, lover, loved one, friend, relative, romantic, platonic, business partnership of some sort. Seventh house placement is very significant. This Aquarius, and you know that's in regards to prediction, prophecy, something like that. How ironic this person just all of a sudden prevented the girl from the church. The person that was connected to the false person that was trying to falsely be with me. And then come to find out through conversation, the person telling me that that person actually be church swapping. Like this person goes to not one but multiple churches, and one of the churches is not the church that we attend. So I'm just like, I have my own personal bias about that. We can talk that in regards to our American Heritage Society class message, but I'm like, all right, noted. So I'm like, something not right. And when the other person came, I'm like, I already know what the projection was, and it's just like, no, like somebody, God just did a channel message, you check out to the top. Like somebody be trying to do like this death ritual projection. It's just like, nah, bro. Like that's not what I'm. That's not even my destiny. Like what are you talking about? It's like that don't got nothing to do with me. Like you're just really trying to do something, and when it back to the sender, you know. Cool. So knowing all that, it was just like, so when this person kept trying to come back into my life, I'm like, yo, I don't know what your intent is, bro, but like, if it's negative, I obviously I don't care for it. I don't want to be around. I don't want to talk to it. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't think you're a bad person. It's just like I don't care. Now somebody was waiting to say something, but they trying to say something. Like, nah, they ain't, you got somebody in the chokehold. All because they trying to delay you from doing something you was supposed to do it. And it is. And it is. So like I keep saying, this person kept trying to come back into my life. This person will come back to my life like exactly right before something good about to come in, or perceived that way. Like something, a blessing that came in a day or two ago. That person was one of the first people there. I'm like, yeah, I'm just blocking out all the negativity. I don't got time for negativity right now. There's only good things coming in, and it's something about not wanting a frank ocean. All right, that's the message.